Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, October 1st, 2024. Today, there's some tendency to analyze a friendship or connection to a group in terms of whether it's allowing you to move forward and grow. You may need to swallow your pride for the sake of a relationship you want to keep. Regardless, today is strong for problem solving. Especially as the day advances, you're in a great position to enjoy the benefits of a slow but steady approach. Some behind-the-scenes work or efforts made in private or solitude can be attractive or necessary. Progression on the home front is possible, and if you are working at or on the home, you are more interested in applying yourself to something that will have value over the long term. It's a fine time to handle matters that help you get more organized and feel more in control of your life. A feisty period awaits you today and tomorrow how you like it. As mighty Mars, the planet of sex and passion, roars in the sky, he'll be heard by the great taskmaster, Saturn. This will increase your sex drive and libido through the roof. It's time to get naughty, so find a perfect partner to fuel the passion with. However, if you are already committed, this energy could affect you differently. You may now receive news that you and your significant other have been approved for a mortgage or loan to buy real estate or embark on a renovation. An old work colleague may make a comeback this week. It could be an excellent time to reconnect with old clients and co-workers when the Sun in Libra and Mercury in Libra conjunct the South Node in Libra. You might be on their mind, and vice versa. If you genuinely want to catch up, then do not wait for them to reach out first. Shoot your colleague or client a message to see what has been going on with them since you last spoke. There could be so much to debrief. Wanting to do your best is a wonderful feeling to have, only you might need to learn how to deal with disappointment as well. You tend to put a lot of pressure on yourself to succeed, to do better than average. Your boisterous personality can get you through numerous situations without much effort, but sometimes it's just not about you, and you need to be able to recognize this. Detachment is something many martial arts teach. Consider some such activity. This will be the most important period of the year for you. So, don't miss the boat. Indeed, the vibrations will be asking you to have a lot of personal initiative. This isn't the moment to fall asleep. You are in an active and dynamic phase, and the action you take will probably affect your future. This would be the ideal moment to think about changing your job or where you live. So, be yourself, express your personality, and be creative. If you do all this, nothing will be able to stop you. With the moon spending its final hours in an adventurous part of your chart, and forming a friendly aspect with planets in your playful and creative sectors, there is an excellent opportunity to embrace the weekend spirit. As the day progresses, the moon will transition into your career sector, setting the stage for a strong start to the new working week across income, work, and career fronts before it even begins. Although Mars will move into your sector of adventure, travel, learning, and discovery in early November, when the moon leaves today, this area will remain empty for another 4 weeks. With the moon spending its final hours in an adventurous part of your chart at a friendly aspect to both planets in retrograde motion in your romantic sector, there is a strong mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia in the air. While the moon is only passing through and the weekend is the ideal time to embrace this, as it will not only return next month as a full moon but on the same day that Venus, the planet of love, returns to Sagittarius. This is also a taste of things to come. Our eyes in the sky. The beauty of today's astrological alignment lies in the opportunity for transformation and growth. With the Sun and Mercury opposing the North Node in Aries, you are being called to step into your power and leave behind patterns that no longer serve you. It's as if the universe is presenting you with a crossroads. One path leads to the comfort of the familiar, while the other invites you to take bold steps toward personal evolution and progress. Have you ever had that moment and you realized that staying within your comfort zone was actually holding you back? Maybe it was a job you stayed in for too long, a relationship you clung to out of fear of the unknown, or even a habit that was easier to maintain than to break. We've all been there, stuck between what we know and what we dream of achieving. Today offers the perfect moment to break free. It might feel a little scary at first, but sometimes growth comes from stepping into the unknown with courage and trust. You are ready for this. Ask yourself, what's one small step you can take today toward a healthier, more empowered version of yourself? There's something so special about knowing you're part of a Team ORA community where your contributions are valued. If you've been craving that sense of unity, today is the day to nurture it. Send that message, make that call, or reach out to someone you've been meaning to connect with. Have you ever noticed how even the smallest efforts toward connection can lead to deeper bonds? When we come together with the right intentions, we can achieve so much more than we could on our own. That said, while it's wonderful to embrace social interactions and team spirit, don't forget to carve out time for yourself. Have you ever spent a day surrounded by people, only to feel drained by the end, even if the experience was positive? Socializing is beautiful and necessary, but so is solitude. Taking moments to recharge ensures that when you're with others, you're fully present, energized, and able to give your best self. So if you're feeling the need to step back for a bit, honor that feeling. Give yourself permission to recharge, knowing you'll return even stronger and more centered. On a practical note, today's momentum is incredibly favorable for those of you who've been working toward personal or professional goals. Have you ever felt that satisfying rush? When all your hard work starts to pay off, and everything you touched seems to fall into place? That's the energy surrounding you right now. Whether you've been grinding on a project, building toward a career milestone, or managing financial matters, expect to see tangible progress. Keep riding this wave of success, and remember to acknowledge how far you've come. You've put in the work, and you deserve to enjoy the rewards. So if things are finally coming together, celebrate Theta Euro, you've earned it. Now, let's talk about relationships, because just as you're finding balance in your work and social life, the same theme applies to your personal connections. Have you been feeling like your relationships are either too intense or too shallow? Life has a funny way of swinging between extremes, but today is a great opportunity to find that sweet spot where relationships feel both meaningful and lighthearted. Whether it's a romantic partnership, a friendship, or even family dynamics, ask yourself, how can I bring more balance into my relationships? Maybe you've been taking things a bit too seriously lately and could benefit from letting loose and having fun, or perhaps it's time to deepen a connection that's been more surface level. Either way, today's energy supports you in making those adjustments. And lastly, if you've been feeling bogged down by the daily grind, know that you're not alone. We all have days when the routine tasks start to feel like they're piling up, and it seems like nothing is moving forward. Maybe you've been feeling stuck or uninspired, and that's perfectly okay. But isolating yourself or getting frustrated won't make things easier. Have you ever tried to tackle everything on your own, only to feel even more weighed down by the pressure? Today's energy is a reminder that you don't have to go it alone. Whether it's reaching out to family, friends, or colleagues, asking for help or simply talking things through can make all the difference. Sometimes, just knowing someone else is there to support you lightens the load.